What's your favorite moment of the podcast?
Slam!
It's this moment now.
Sorry.
Have I ever been inflicted to just the two of you on a podcast before?
Slam! Poetry! Yelling!
This is all staying in.
Yelling.
I'm going to start the music now.
Oh, fantastic.
Sometimes golf is a pain in the butt. You hit your ball in the trees and then you lip out the putt. But if you've got a little time, then come and spend it with us. Cause now you're listening to the Rough Cut.
Hello.
Wait.
Have you got that? Oh my god, we do. New intro unlocked. When Pete's away, the workers will play.
We will. Watch this.
What have I let myself in for?
Yeah, David, you can leave now if you want to.
Yeah.
Welcome down to the podcast, guys. Slightly different intro this time. I'm joined today by Mick and by David. We once again have no Peter Finch. We will get on to the reasons why he's not here in due course.
You're dead.
That
Cynthia, Peter, Finchy, yeah. You can have that for free.
Okay.
Wow.
He's not dead.
Of course he's not.
But we're here to chat about all things golf. We've got some lovely stuff to talk about in the PGA Tour. And the reason why David's here basically is because he is the biggest Cameron Young fan
Oh, yeah.
that I know. He might be the only Cameron Young fan, but you are one.
Did
So
anyone
we'll-
cheer when Cam Young won?
Yeah, I'm sure David did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a hooray, and then just silence for a bit.
Bit like
Life
him.
goes on. Yeah. Actually, he did. I'd say he had a little tear in his eye, which that basically means the apocalypse has begun.
We are experiencing extremely bad weather here in the UK, in Manchester. And we are putting it down to the fact that a tear may have unconfirmed sources, may have come out of Cameron Young's eye when he won. And it has, like Jacob said, caused the downfall of human civilization.
It's just good to know that he isn't a robot and he's not AI and he is a human being.
Oh, he's a robot.
You think that he's just advanced? Maybe that's what it is. He's taken the next step. He's learnt from living within us and around us that emotion is something you need to provide to kind of blend in.
Yeah.
And he's learnt that now, which is what made him win on the PGA Tour.
I always thought that, like, if there ever was a practicing serial killer playing on the PGA Tour, he was always my number one go-to. And then he was put in the final grouping with Brian Harman at the Open Championship, and he just absolutely got pulverized by Brian. So I think I would probably have to give it to him.
I think Brian Harman could do killing.
Brian Harman, I mean, he kills animals, so...
Yeah. Right, that's fine.
Anyhow.
How is it any different to going and buying steak at the supermarket?
Sure.
It's probably better. Doesn't come wrapped in plastic.
Okay.
Wow.
So what are we going to talk about? We're obviously going to talk about Cameron Young. We've got the Women's Open to discuss, and we've got some exciting stuff coming up in America from Pete's schedule.
Yeah, so this is probably the weirdest filming trip for the Peter Finch team that we've ever
Been on.
experienced, because Pete filmed a video the other day. None of us were there.
Yeah. And for our channel.
Which is
great. We should do that more often.
You might ask, how did the video get filmed? All will be revealed.
It's not AI. Just before we start getting that.
Yes.
It's like something feels a bit weird and choppy about this one.
No, it's... I mean, I'm pretty sure people probably seen on socials. He was out in America, and he's filmed probably like one of, if not the most anticipated matches that we would have on our channel, given that he's never been on the channel before.
Yeah, we have been... You know, whenever Pete goes and films with the guys from Good, we always have a list of what we would love to get. And obviously, when they're organising the trip, it's hard to say, you know, please stop what you're doing and give us the thing that we want. So we haven't really had that opportunity. It's very hard to get all of them over to come and film with us, or, you know. So Pete being in the right place at the right time was great. It means that he gets to film with those guys, which is what he's doing. But it does mean that we got to film. Well, no, we didn't. We're going to get the footage sent to us from the guys from Good of Pete playing against Garrett Clark.
Yeah.
GM Golf.
I mean, it's almost exciting for doubly because whoever's going to get sent the footage gets to watch it and edit it for the first time as well.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is a new experience.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you film these things, it's good because you can film it and you film it in particular different ways, or there might be certain shots or whatever you might want that you go, well, that's what I need to do the edit. But this time round, it's all just fresh. And when we're editing, it's like, is Pete going to make the putt? Oh, no, he's one down. Oh, he's one at So that's going to be quite exciting to see. But it's great for the channel. It's a guy that we've wanted to get on the channel for a very long time.
Hey, we can have him on the podcast.
We can have him on the podcast. Yeah.
Garrett, if you would like to come on the podcast after thrashing Peter on our channel, then we would love to have you.
So has the match been filmed?
Yeah.
Do you two know what happened?
No, don't tell me.
No,
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Oh, right.
I was just going to say, what do you think's probably going to happen?
I think Pete wins.
I think it's tricky. I think Pete wins, but I think that we will realise how good Garrett actually is. We've seen him on the internet playing on his and Good and lots of other people's channels, and he always appears to be quite good. But I think that he is sneaky going to be one of those people that you're like, oh, like he actually really can play.
I think by his own admission, he would probably say that he's very streaky. Like he can be unbelievable, and then the next day shoot something silly. So it's like, what side of the bed did he roll out of?
Yeah, it's tricky because do we want his showing on our channel, the first video of Pete versus Garrett? Do we want him to come out and play badly so that Pete wins really comfortably? Or do we want like the closest match all the way down to the wire, chip-ins, eagles, albatrossi?
Yes, B, final answer.
Okay, cool. So if you could just make sure that the footage has that stuff in it when you send it. Team Good, that would be
They manipulate it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, surely we just
Back to AI, Cameron Young.
We get like a guaranteed hole-in-one, right? That just like happens.
Yeah, that's just what their channel
Part
does
of Good. You get hole-in-ones. I think that's how it works.
Yeah.
So that's all of this week, and I think a tiny bit maybe next week. And then he's heading off to... I don't actually... What state is he heading off to? Do you guys want to know?
Well, he's going to the Internet Invitational.
He is.
But where is it?
Yeah.
Isn't it like Utah or something? Or
I'm going to look it up.
Missouri or Kansas or... I'm just saying names now.
I'm literally in charge of following Pete's movements. I couldn't tell you where he's going.
It's Big Cedar Lodge. I know that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Big Cedar Lodge.
Are we even allowed to say that? Is that...
It's on the announcement.
Oh, right, okay.
Silly old goose.
All right.
Where is it? Which of the 50 states? Is it 50? Oh, that's right, 50 states.
Which Big Cedar Lodge is this?
I don't know. Either way, he's heading out there for the Invitational, which has been, well, for a week or so all over social media, with everyone receiving their packages of invitations and whatnot. So that's all kicking off next week. We have had some murmurs of kind of what that's going to look like, but we can't fully disclose what that's going to be. But it's going to be exciting.
The format looks very, very interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting week. And there's a lot of money to play for. So as a team, we're all going, Peter Finch, bring some money home. And then after that, he's going off to Eastlake for the Creator Classic. So he's got some stuff going on.
It's just a week of Americanization.
Yeah.
He's going to come back sounding like Texas Pete.
Yeah. But it is a bit weird because we've spent so much time focusing on Pete playing in competitions over here. Like, has his game now become specialized to like links golf?
Yeah.
Is he going to go over there and kind of like play a bump and run and it's just going to stop in the middle of the fairway?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be like low flighted under the wind, hitting hybrids from the rough, chippy boys onto greens.
I think actually, speaking out of you saying that and thinking out loud now, I think this week with Good would have really helped his chances because he's had the opportunity to get used to it again. Because I always remember when we go on these filming trips, and especially around the greens and his chipping, you can kind of fly it there and just get it there because obviously the greens are a lot softer, a lot more target golf in America.
A bit stickier.
Especially with pins as well, with greens and hitting in with irons and wedges. Whereas obviously he's been with Caldy, with playing at Dundonald, and then maybe one more event. I think he's basically played links golf. So this is only really his chance to kind of get back into the swing of it. And we always say about when we go over to these trips in America, he could benefit from having that 3-4 days prior just to get into the swing of things. So, basically what I'm saying is Peter Finch is winning £1 million. I think that's what I'm saying.
And there's the clip. Yeah, Jacob's going to do a statistical breakdown of all of the players from the Internet Invitational.
Do you know what? Obviously, I mean, Barstool will have betting.
Oh yeah. I wonder if there's any odds knocking about.
Yeah, have a look, because that actually would be quite
field.
interesting. Yeah. It is a big old field, but Barstool, because I'm sure they have their own betting stuff anyway. So like that'd be interesting to see if it's on there. Maybe we'll have a look in a bit. Should we go on to Cameron Young, David? Because I know you're absolutely itching to talk about him.
Well, I think this is probably going to be the last time I can talk about him, because I think I'm off Cam Young as of this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, because you know that I have a model of golfer that I love.
You do.
And, it's the Luke Lists, the Taylor Pendriths, the long hitting people.
The Rico Hoeys.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Rico Hoey, number one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the guys who bomb it 500 yards but cannot putt.
Yeah.
And Cam Young has learned how to putt. Like, this has gone completely by me, but he is one of the best putters in the world. I think he's top 10 strokes gained putting on the PGA Tour. And that completely passed me by. He's swapped to the like a phantom putter now. So like a bit more of a mallet head, and that seems to have worked for him. But
he actually has. Sorry, he has in the bag the one that Pete wants.
Oh, is that right?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
so I think that might be coming.
That bodes well, because he was a serial misser of putts for a long time.
Pete.
Is it? Hey, have we ever seen them in the same room?
Yeah, it tracks.
They're both robots.
That's where he went. He went and won.
Missouri.
I didn't know that your favorite players list was so fluid. I didn't realize you got knocked off when you do a Happy Gilmore and learn how to putt. Yeah. You get knocked off.
Well, back in the day, Brooks Koepka was on my list, and then he learned how to putt and became successful, and I went off him again.
You don't like. Basically, what you're really saying is you just don't like success.
No.
You want journeymen who just don't want to. You should just join the club. Tommy Fleetwood is right there.
Yeah. Oh man, he's if you don't want to win,
the ultimate no success except for money.
The guy wins a lot of money.
And he can't putt.
You're like the ultimate golf fan hipster. You're like, oh, I'm sorry. Does everyone like them because they won? I'm out.
Do you know what though? I love. Maybe this is a question for you guys, and if you do have someone, like, please put it down in the comments, because I'd love to know. This kind of stuff really interests me. There's obviously your big guys. Everyone loves Rory. If you're American, obviously there's going to be some Europeans as well. But if you're American, you're probably loving Scheffler, Bryson, Brooks. Obviously, everyone loves Tiger. I want the names of people that are just the most niche. There's no real reason. Or maybe it's just that you met them once and they shook your hand and they were nice and that's all it needed to be. But those just like weird individual guys that maybe are just like journeyman DP World Tour players, but you just have this affinity to and you love for no other reason. So if you do have one, please let us know.
Well, out of interest for the two of you, I mean, I'll go first. But if you were to make a TGL team of like squad of 4,
okay,
yeah,
of players that you think for you specifically, like you've got a real affinity with. So you can't pick Rory, you can't pick Scotty, you can't pick anything like that. And you're not playing to win as well,
right, okay,
which is a key thing.
It's just
basically to win over your heart. So for me, it would be, I'll put Cam Young in for one more time, Luke List, Taylor Pendrith, and it's got to be Rico Hoey. Who
sake.
Everyone at home is probably going, who? No, it's Hoey.
Hoey.
Right, you go.
Oh no, I forgot Bronson Bagoon.
Oh, I was going to say Bronson Bagoon.
Cam Young's out, new captain, Bronson Bagoon. Captain.
How can you not love Bronson Bagoon?
I am going to go Aaron Rai.
Nice.
One of the nicest men in the world. And also incredibly good at golf. Then I'm going to go Jordan Smith.
Oh, wow.
Excellent fun at the BMW last year?
No, a couple of years ago.
Year before.
Yep.
But ball striking is just ridiculous. He's the best iron player on tour every year because he's just a goat. Wasn't he like most greens in regulation?
I think when we played with him at Wentworth in the Pro-Am, he was number 1 on the DP World Tour for strokes gained. Greens in reg. Greens in reg.
Yeah, he's a freak. I'll take him. See, last year, judging by your rules on them no longer being allowed to be successful, Last year, I would have taken Matt Fitzpatrick because he was having a really tough time, but he started to play really well again. So I don't know if I'm allowed him. Who would you have? Can't have Tommy. He's too obvious.
Even just one.
After just going off on a whole thing of saying how I love it, I just trying to think. I don't have like a, because it used to be Thomas Dietrich.
Oh, I love Thomas Dietrich.
It used to be Thomas Dietrich, and when he was like mucking about on the DP World Tour and playing a couple of PGA Tour events, that made sense. But now that he's won this year and been in the mix, potentially in the mix to go to the Ryder Cup this year, that feels quite successful.
Yeah, I think
so I don't think I could have him. But
I've got to take out Aaron Ryder, and he's a PGA Tour winner.
Yeah, maybe.
No, well, I think so long as they're not super elite, I think anything kind of beyond that, I think is good, because it's just nice to, like, the number of times where you look at the leaderboard on a Sunday, and if it's not like Victor Hovland or Ludwig Oberg or something like that in the mix, then it's very, very easy to kind of like lose a bit of interest. But if you just have these random, like, not random, I love them for legit reasons, obviously. But people that you gravitate towards, it just becomes a lot more enchanting an experience.
Yeah, it's like supporting your, and we always, people hate this when we do a football analogy. It's like supporting your like local team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't go and support Arsenal or United or City or Barca or naff that off. Everyone supports them. Support like
Hereford,
Harrow Borough, Wealdstone.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Hereford.
Support your local guys.
Yeah.
Workington AFC.
Yeah,
Workington,
correct.
that's
Now
the one.
I'm talking.
There we
I
go.
can't remember what they were called. That's the type. I'm
saying that while holding a Sunderland mug as well.
I want them to be so obscure that you forget their name.
Basically.
Yeah.
But Cam Young is someone I've gravitated towards more just because he's just like so angry. And you just think he's going to figure this out at some point. And for someone with such a weird, varied skill profile that you think, he should do well at like a US Open type venue. He's contended in quite a few Open Championships as well. Like, the guy golfs it, but he's never quite found a way to put it as well.
Yeah. He did win me some money at the US Open this year, so
really?
I do have that for I think I had him each way top 10 or something. I think he came 9th or something like that. But he would. But it also at the same time, like, he spent 4 years on tour now. It is a nice story to see someone who, from his own admission again, said, I thought I should have won by now, and he had plenty of chances to win. Not only any other tournament, he obviously was up there at St Andrews at the Open when we were there. I think he's had 7 runner-up finishes, if I'm right, on the PGA Tour, which, you know, that will start to hurt. And then, as I can imagine, you mentally will get to a point where you're thinking, can I get over the line? Is there any chance that I can do it? And I will say he did it in the way that Tommy has to do it, in the fact that he was so far ahead at all given points that it wasn't even he had like a 6-shot lead or whatever, so he just didn't even have to worry about it. I think also with those runners up, he lost in the match play final as well 1 year. So it obviously great to see. It's always nice for a new winner on tour, and hopefully Tommy can take it.
Okay, so here's the question. With Cam Young finally winning a PGA Tour event, can you two guess the top 6 of PGA Tour players with the highest earnings who still haven't won on the PGA Tour?
Oh my God.
Are they active?
They are active.
All right, well, Tommy Fleetwood's one.
He will be top with 161 events played, £31 million earned, which is an average of $194,000 per event.
Wow. God, when you put it like that, that's mental.
He's only played 161 tour events. How mad is that?
Yeah.
That's a fair old clip there.
So he just does it. Not all the way, but a little bit of them, almost all the way.
Is this done on earnings?
Yeah.
Okay.
How many... Wait, is this top 6?
Top 6. Well, it's basically it's top 5, but we know that Fleetwood's the other one.
Right, okay. I was going to say. And you recognise most of these guys?
There's one of the names that I'm like...
The name's familiar, but you couldn't...
Yeah. I think he might be a American quarterback.
Baker Mayfield.
Unfortunately not.
Good.
Is Aaron Rai on that list? Does he count?
He's a PGA Tour winner.
He won Wyndham last year.
He did. He was defending this year.
Yeah.
Of course.
And finished top 5. We'll talk about Aaron in a minute because he's on going to get in that Ryder Cup team. Come on, Aaron.
Has Has Akshay won?
Yep.
Akshay's won.
But also think about these are people who have earned loads of money, but also haven't won.
Yeah. That's the bit I'm trying to... Because they've got to have been around for a little bit.
Right. I'll start you at number 6.
Okay.
Right at the bottom of this top 5, with Fleetwood at the top. Alex Noren.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
191 events played, nearly $17 million.
Yeah.
Oh, what about... I think he might have won an opposite field event. I'm not sure if it counts. Matt Wallace?
He is not on here.
All right.
Alex Noren's, it's a good shout.
Yeah. He's got a lovely swing.
It's been around for a while as well.
Just can't finish.
Is Torbjorn Olesen on the PGA Tour?
No. Well, it's about money, not.
Yeah, but if he hasn't won, then...
Yeah, but he's not been around for long enough to do it, I don't think.
He's been around a while.
More than this person with 338 events played.
Probably not, but...
just over £17 million.
Alex Smalley.
No. Cameron Tringale.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Okay.
In 4th place, the American quarterback with 304 events played, nearly $18 million earned, Patrick Rogers.
Oh, yeah.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
That
sounds like a quarterback to me? Is that a quarterback?
Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
Patrick Rodgers was in contention this year.
Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers
I
got
remember
together and make a baby.
there was a thing that he was in contention. Because, I remember seeing that.
Yeah, who did he lose to? Because I think both of them were on epic, not having won runs.
Denny McCarthy.
Denny McCarthy. And he is next on the list.
Wait,
He's next on this.
He's next on the list. Denny McCarthy. He didn't win.
all right.
He's next on the list. He's just nearly $21 million earned, 208 events. Still no win.
Oh, you were looking at Patrick Rodgers.
Oh, yeah.
What nationality is this other guy?
I'll give you a clue. He has 3 names. 2 of them are very short.
So it's probably Asian?
Yeah.
Minwoo Lee?
No.
Can't be Siwoo. He won the Players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ben An.
Correct.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
I don't know, what's the Byung-Hun An?
Yeah. Just over $21 million earned. Still no PGA Tour win. 224 events played.
Well, if he sticks with a putter for more than 1 week, he might give a better chance at it. But
Ouch.
he still made a lot of money. I don't think that's an ouch.
Yeah, it's like $94,000 per event.
He's doing all right.
Well,
he's doing okay.
Yeah.
Tommy got. Did you see? There was a thing about. It was more about Scotty Scheffler, but he earned $18 million this week, and he didn't swing a single golf club.
Scheffler.
Yep.
How?
So because of
his cameo.
because of the FedEx standings now being confirmed, the top 10 got payouts. So whoever's in the top 10, brought to you by Comcast, got a payout of whatever, dipping down into the top 10. And then there was just a generic pay for finishing in the top 10 as well.
Wow.
So he got like 10 million for finishing first and then 8 million for being in like the Comcast top 10. So he won 18 million. And Tommy was 9th on the list. And I think he won like 4 mil or something just for not doing anything.
Good Lord.
Because obviously Scotty Scheffler is top of the tree. He's going to be eligible for basically any additional payout that comes out. There's no way he's aware of all of this.
No.
Surely he just kind of goes to an ATM and just realizes he's got more money.
Just gets a boom, and he's like, oh,
cool.
got another 18 million quid here.
Yeah.
I've just won the Aon risk reward again.
Good Lord. Yeah. Oh, I've just qualified for a new gold credit card. That's weird.
There's something that obviously David spoke about Cameron Young's putting, but there was actually something else that he changed this week,
There was.
which you'd mentioned, which I thought was quite interesting.
Yeah, so he put a prototype Titleist Pro V1X in play, and in its first outing, it won a PGA Tour event.
Well done the ball.
Well done the ball.
Well done the ball.
So actually the ball won.
Yeah, so Cameron Young didn't actually do anything. The ball goes in the hole. So if you want a ball that goes immediately in the hole,
Find a new
get
Guaranteed.
the new prototype that you'll never have access to.
Yeah.
But that's cool. I like a product coming out and just magically doing stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's. I don't think we're not saying that he didn't play very well to do so. Like,
he's still got to hit it.
Hey, unless the ball was remote controlled, we don't know. Maybe that's the prototype.
That's the
Makes a difference, though. I think Pro V1, I think the week that came out, I think that won on its debut.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it...
And has been winning every day. Every tournament since. Yeah.
I will have a press release somewhere that like proves that. But obviously that it wouldn't have such the remarkable take-up that it has if it wasn't so amazingly good.
Until Tommy wins his tour event. And then it will be the 2022 tailor-made TP5 picks.
Maybe the ball's magnetic, and we had a Space Jam situation where Bugs Bunny is under the green.
That actually might be the only way that Fleetwood finds the bottom of the hole.
What if Bugs Bunny helps him? The Looney Tunes get involved.
Well, now we know what the reel's going to look like.
Tasmanian Devils just ripping the course up.
He's fixing a divot.
Elmer Fudd is just shooting everyone. It's just...
Oh my God. Yeah,
Anyway.
Congratulations, Tommy.
Yeah.
You're now in Space Jam, the golf version.
There's a film there.
Golf Jam.
Well done. I just mean in general. I didn't need a name. I just meant in general. Did you guys see the quotes from Luke Donald last week? I think it was. Did you see something about this?
He said, "We're going to batter them."
Alongside that, yeah.
Right.
If you didn't, and if you haven't watching at home or listening at home, we got a kind of small insight into potentially the decisions that Luke's going to make going into Bethpage. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying this isn't cutting edge information. This is stuff that we all probably knew before we even made, but it's just good to hear it come from the mouth of the person who's making the decisions.
Yeah.
And basically what he was saying is that around Bethpage back, you have to be a good driver of the golf ball. Did you know that? Did you know that?
I thought that it favoured wayward driving.
I thought so too.
So that's actually really good information.
Also on top of that, you have to have a bit of length. Now, Luke, I don't know why you're talking about that, but I'm assuming he's on about the golf ball.
I think that's what.
Okay, good.
Otherwise, I'll be in the team.
Okay. So he was speaking about people who can drive the ball well and also hit it pretty far. Now, we kind of knew that with Bethpage. We've seen it with US Opens in the past. We know kind of what the course is going to be set up like. And I think that obviously helps as well with the decision making because you've got a lot of data around that golf course from previous competitions. So moving forward, we've only got 3 more events now until the Ryder Cup qualification shuts. So I think at the minute it's Rory, Tommy, Tyrrell, Sepp, Shane, and one more. Or was that 6? Robert McIntyre.
Rory, McIntyre, Fleetwood,
Yep.
Hatton, Lowry, Stracker.
So let's, for argument's sake, say them 6 are in.
Yeah, and then Scheffler, Schauffele, Spawn, Henley, DeChambeau, and Harris English.
Yep. So for argument's sake, let's say that those Europeans, the top 6 is set. So moving forward, if we're looking at kind of the selections that we think we might see, my original thought when I heard that quote was like, oh, right, let me go and see some data on this, me being me, and go and see who is driving the ball the best this year. Now, not only did I find the data, someone had collected the data for me, which is my favorite kind of data because I get to see it and I didn't have to work for it, which is even better.
Yeah.
So I believe we've taken this from Today's Golfers article that they did on it, and it's basically a long list, and maybe we'll throw it up in the YouTube video. Of all the players that potentially could get picked for the Ryder Cup this year and their driving distance, accuracy and strokes gained off the tee. So there's some really interesting conversations I think you can have from this, because starting off straight away, the first name that screams out to me is Marco Penge. Now, starting in the year, Marco Penge would not have even been thought of as a player for the Ryder Cup this year. He's obviously had a kind of small/quick ascendancy in the last month or so. Obviously that Scottish Open really put his name out there and people started to recognise him, but then also made people aware of how far he hits the golf ball.
Yeah.
He absolutely smashes it. So he's 8th for driving distance on tour. It's 321.5 yards.
Average.
So average. It's a long way.
Which and listen, I don't know if you know how averages work, But what they do is they add them all up and divide them by how many there are. And what that means is that he hits a lot of golf balls further than that.
Yeah.
Like a lot further.
Yeah.
Didn't he hit one 390 something yards at the Scottish Open?
Yeah.
Cool.
And then you
tap that in.
You then go you then go further down this list, and I'm only really quickly scanning through it now, but of the 10, 12 names that are on here, he's probably like 4th for driving accuracy as well. Like 53rd, I know it's not staggering. It's not on Aaron Rai, which I'm sure we'll get onto in a moment. But, 60% of driving accuracy whilst hitting it that far is a weapon. That's something that definitely could be utilised. And he's 4th as well, stroke gained off the tee for the season. Like, this is a guy who, with the driver in his hand, is lethal. He is a very, very good driver of the golf ball. Obviously, the problem then lies of, do you think that he is capable of putting himself in that? Because this is a hard Ryder Cup to come into as a rookie. Yeah. And not only just a rookie, someone who really has only been playing on the DP World Tour. So it's
an overseas Ryder Cup as well.
Overseas Ryder Cup, absolutely. There's a lot of factors, I'm sure, that will go into the decision making as well. Do you want to talk? You want to talk about Aaron Rai? I know you want to talk about Aaron Rai.
I will talk about Aaron Rai whenever there's dead space. But just quickly on Marco Penge, the thing that runs in his favour, I feel, that could put him in a position to get picked, is that Luke Donald has shown a willingness to pick people who have not proved themselves before.
Yeah.
Namely, another man on this list, Ludwig Oberg, who we knew almost nothing about when he teed it up at the Ryder Cup in Rome. He had some success in recent times. His game was going to be a good fit for the golf course. He had some friends in the team. Put him in there. Let's see how he did. He did pretty good. He did okay. So there is a willingness from Luke Donald to make decisions that don't necessarily, make themselves.
Yeah.
Make sure you take Fleetwood.
I think you could even
pick Justin Rose.
I think you could even argue with the Nicolai pick last time round as well. I think there was kind of a call of it should be Moronk.
Yeah.
But he went with what he felt was necessary, even if it was this is a guy that's going to play a Ryder Cup for the next 10 years and we want to start him now at a home one, So maybe this time round it is a little bit too early for Marco Penge and that it's just kind of not the right environment to do so.
Yeah.
But we know that he's got the tools that would be, if he plays well and drives it well, incredibly useful around Bethpage Black.
Yeah, so Marco Penge gets our vote.
Yeah.
Would you take him?
Yeah, no.
Okay, but there are lots of factors that say he would be a good fit.
Yes.
Now, someone who, on the other end of that spectrum, the most accurate man on the golf tour, Aaron Rai, doesn't hit the ball very far. In comparison to a lot of these other people. His average diving distance being 290-ish off the tee, which is, for normal golfers is the stuff of dreams. But when you've got other people on this list hitting it 320, 317, 312, that 168th in driving distance leaps out from that left-hand column. But the accuracy off the tee is where he is just leaps and bounds ahead of everyone else on this list. The only person close to him strokes gained is Oberg, and we know how accurate and how efficient Oberg is at getting the ball in the fairway. So there's gonna be a conversation, I think, based on how Aaron Rai has been playing recently, about whether a Dietrich, a Fitzpatrick, Matt Wallace is in with a shout. I wonder if that conversation is going to center around which of them is going to hit the fairway to put themselves, and also obviously Aaron also excellent with his irons, great with his wedges. There's going to have to be a conversation about which players are going to have the skill set to make Bethpage Black play to their advantages.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Marco Penge is not quite as accurate as everyone elseness, but much longer, means that conversation of them two might be based on one of them hitting it the furthest and one of them hitting it the most accurate, the one that decides which one of them gets to go. because neither of them, have Aaron Rai very early in his PGA Tour career, Marco Penge only just coming out of the kind of DP World Tour, spotlight a little bit. So I think it's a very tough conversation to have about, if it comes down to we need someone to do it, which one of those do you go for? You go for power and distance, or you go for accuracy and almost a surefire fairway every single time?
Well, I'm not saying it's right, but it sounds like Luke Donald is making up his mind. And if I was Aaron Rai right now, I'd start an aggressive course of speed training.
The old Matt Fitzpatrick that video of him with all the wires on him.
It is, it's an interesting way of looking at it, and I guess as well, like, we're all thinking that BETHPAGE, or the BETHPAGE we know, is the US Open version where it's really hard. Everyone knows the sign that you see before you go and play it. It's an incredibly difficult golf course, but what we've seen from Ryder Cup venues in America is they don't usually set them up like that. Like. That's the European way of growing up the rough and making it hard, and you can't just bomb and gouge the whole time. So maybe there is more of an argument of an Aaron Rai. And also, I think when you're talking about these people, you kind of have to think they're not going to play much. You need them for a singles, and they probably will play a maximum of 2 other sessions. Probably only even 1.
Yeah.
So if you think of an Aaron Rai, I could see is like a really good foursome partner. Like, he's just going to hit it in the fairway, and then that gives you, I'm not saying it's going to be a Rai-Rory partnership, but like, it gives you higher end players an opportunity to hit the green.
Yeah.
And I think also one of the things with Aaron Rai is you kind of have to, I don't think you can look at this completely by itself and then decide that just off his driving alone, that could be a good thing or a bad thing. If you package up the fact that Aaron Rai is an incredibly accurate driver, doesn't drive it super far, but then he is one of the best long iron hybrid players on the tour.
Yeah.
So he is obviously hitting more into greens, but when he has a long iron in his hand, he's also really good. So like, and I know that's an obvious thing to say. He's been playing well on the tour this year. There's obviously a package of his game that is working well. But it does work well, and it works for him. And like you said, I think form, you spoke about Ludwig, but like, he just won before we picked him.
Yeah.
He won in Crans, like he was feeling great. So there was almost more of a, well, Luke felt I can pick him now because he's in form, he's playing well, he's won.
Yeah.
I think it probably enables as well, because you think personality types, because I remember when they announced that Hatton and Rahm were going to be playing together, it's like, like, do their games really go that well together? And then
good luck to whoever's on the other side of that one.
Basically just asked, and they said, like, they both get so angry they just start finding each other quite funny. And that just works. Whereas I imagine you put Rai into that sort of situation, partner with either of them, that wouldn't work. But put him with someone like Tommy, who's quite mild-mannered, but this kind of brings out the best in him. I reckon the 2 of them would do quite well. So it gives you another option. And like, to be honest, I think if this was purely on the merits of how well you golf it, he should absolutely be there.
Yeah.
I think as well, we're probably having a conversation about 1 spot, really, maybe 2, because realistically, the 6 that are obviously in there now are going, and then you'd probably add Ludwig to that. You'd probably add Hovland to that. You'd probably add Rose and Rahm. So you've only got 2 left then. Fitzpatrick's now starting to play well again.
Hovland's starting to play well again.
Yeah, I've added him in.
You've got Hovland.
Yeah.
I think Højgaard as well.
Rasmus Højgaard would feel unfortunate if he didn't get picked. So really, we're kind of looking at a situation where we've got 2 spaces, maybe even 1 space for a Dietrich, a Rai, Penge, a Norgard, a Neergaard Peterson, a Højgaard. It's always going to be one guy at the bottom of that pile that, again, as I say, he has to just come in and play a singles and probably play 1 session. But you want to make sure you utilize that pick in the best possible way, and how you're going to use them. If you think that I just need someone who's going to play a foursome session with X, who is that going to be? Is it Penge? Is it Rai? Is it Dietrich? Whoever it might be. So it's always an exciting wait and anticipation to find out, who's going to get picked. And obviously this is the first year for us having this 6 in, 6 pick situation. We've normally obviously gone more down the qualification route and then only 4 captains picks. Who would, if you had 1, so just assume that the whole list is there, So I'll tell you the team. So it's that top 6. So it's McIlroy, McIntyre, Fleetwood, Hatton, Lowry, Straka, and then Rahm, Rose, Oberg, Hovland. Who'd you go for? You got 2.
Rasmus is long.
Yep.
Rasmus and Aaron Rai.
Okay. Not Matt Fitzpatrick.
No.
Okay. David? Captain's hat on?
So I am having to pick now for September.
Yes.
I would pick Rasmus and Marco.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Just because he's accelerating at the right point, and
Okay.
obviously it worked for Ludwig, but
Yeah.
Does Marco Penge need to go and win then in order to get himself in?
because then I'll go off him. You see, I can't have that.
Who would you have?
I'm picking Matt. I always wasn't a massive fan with him at Ryder Cups. He obviously didn't have a great record, but I think Rome helped. I think he played well, and he's playing well again. And he's again on the whole ascendancy thing. Like I think he's coming into form at the right time. Obviously,
but like, wouldn't you be so annoyed if you had played like if you have played like Aaron Rai has for the last year?
And
then someone who just has a little jump in form.
I've not named my second one yet. It might still be Aaron Rai.
Wait, is it Aaron Rai?
I think no. Actually, I don't know. I think to be honest, to me, I think it's between Aaron and Marco. To be honest, I don't feel Rasmus as I don't know. It just doesn't give me the right vibes, to be honest. But someone like, I think Aaron Rai, Thomas Dietrich's in the same mold but this is also why I feel that we did this, because we had years in advance where someone did all of their winning at the start of the season and then completely tailed off. But then because they had such a strong start, we were then stuck with this player going into the Ryder Cup and they weren't good enough. A la, albeit in his last Ryder Cup, Lee Westwood. He played so well at the start of the year and then had horrible form coming into it.
And we were like, we can't get rid of him.
Yeah.
Because he's in the top 8.
Yeah, and he was there. So it was this kind of allows us to do the Marco Penge pick where he's playing really well, he ranks out well, he drives the ball great. Why not throw a dartboard at it and see what comes out?
Yeah. It's about, the experience of, because you want guys who aren't going to be fazed by what they're about to walk into in New York. And I think, the Matt Fitzpatrick of the world, the major winner, will have a little bit of a kind of like hardiness to him, having won in the US before, as an am and then as a professional. And I don't know, Aaron Rai has won on the tour. And if someone like Marco Penge gets out there and suddenly everyone is being mean to him,
But do you not think that with Aaron?
Yeah, but Aaron just doesn't care.
Do you not think?
No, he can't hear you. He's concentrating.
Yeah.
He cannot hear you.
Maybe
he's so focused.
He's so nice that the Americans won't be mean to him.
He's so focused that he just cannot hear what you're shouting at him.
Yeah.
Cool. I've got the feel for this 6-yard chip shot in my yardage book.
I see someone who I think deep down, great guy, but gentle soul, and he's going to turn up to an aggressive US crowd with 2 gloves and iron head covers. It's like, I'm sure they won't be. Yeah, they are going after him.
And beat Bryson in singles.
I'd love to see it.
Hey, if it's that last spot, it's going to be him versus Cam Young anyways.
Cam Young's not getting in the team. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Hey, Charlie Hull drives it far. Maybe we can do a little...
Yeah. And they can have Nelly Corda because she's not the world number 1 anymore.
That's good. That's a different conversation of what we could do in the golf in the future. But
yes, if there was can we have a Ryder Cup combo event with that would be so sick.
That'd be great.
Can I just ask, because we're about to segue onto the AIG Women's Open now.
Yeah.
Was obviously won by, I'm going to give this name a go.
Yep.
Miyu Yamashita.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
I believe is correct.
Yeah.
How far do you think she drives the ball?
I honestly think is this like an average?
Yes. This is LPGA Tour.
I honestly think it's like 217.
239.
Ooh, yeah. Basically, yeah. 240.
Okay.
Do you know what I just did? I just worked out my longest drive I hit on Saturday.
Oh, right. No.
And I was like, I'm pretty sure she's going to hit it that far.
I probably not given a benefit of the doubt because she was hitting drivers in links, windy conditions. But
No. The only reason I bring that up is I thought I'd have a look at that and compare it to Charlie Hull, who was obviously well in the mix as well, who hits it 272. So there's a little bit of a David and Goliath
disparity there. Yeah.
That's going to be called a long way.
She was tiny as well. She was like 4'11" or something.
She's 4'11",
which, I mean, incredible. Like say it's just she's a perfect prime example of a incredible LPGA Tour player in that they are just so accurate and so consistent.
Yeah.
She made, on the final day, she made her first bogey on 17. She was just so solid all day. And I say she hit, the why I went so low is because she'd hit a driver and she pulled a driver out the bag and the commentators came on, I think it might have been 16. And they were like showing the drone flyover and the yardages to all the bunkers. And the first bunker was 210. And then there was 2 fairway bunkers that went across the whole thing at 230. And she had a driver. And I was like,
she's going to carry
you're just
all
going to
that.
go straight. Otherwise, she's sneaky long, or she's going to put it in it. And it was, but maybe it was into wind a little bit. But she laid it up next to the first.
She didn't
bunker.
hit it like a little chippy.
She probably hit it.
One, yeah.
No, she probably hit it like 220.
No, it was so hard because like every shot that I saw, like you either had a slightly longer hitter hitting an iron into a green and like getting it there or thereabouts, or someone hitting a hybrid or like a fairway wood and just absolutely like failing, just because the amount of spin, side spin that you get with that wind just made it absolutely. I think it was like Steph Kyriakou had like 2 attempts and like hit 3 wood OB straight away, hitting a long iron, trying to lay up and like going straight into the rubbish as well. So,
Lord.
like, when you hit it like that short, your game must be incredible for it to hold up in those conditions.
Yeah, ridiculous. She was so good. She was so accurate. And it was Charlie Hull kind of, in her interview, she, after, she finished second for the, like, 7th time or, like, 4th time she's finished second or something. Yeah, 4th time she finished second in a major. So she's come very close. And in her interview, she said, listen, I felt like I played pretty well. I was hitting the ball nicely. I was, doing all the stuff I was supposed to be doing. She was just better than me. Yeah. Which you take your hat off to that one.
Yeah. Bogeys on 16 to 17 on the final day. That was a real kick in the teeth. You'd like to think her time will come. She's obviously still very young. You almost feel, they always come along so quick. And, it's almost like a Lexi Thompson kind of thing where she's still so young and you're like, but you've been playing forever. This is like your 12th, 13th US Open. Like, how are you still but but then also, talking of players now coming through, Lottie Woad, it was her first major. She actually went into the week as the betting favourite, which actually is quite insane if you think about how good a field that it was. But granted, she'd obviously just come off, well, basically 2 wins in the last 4 weeks or whatever it was.
She basically said, I'm turning pro, watch this.
Yeah. And then won.
And just went and won straight away.
But then still, I think, had a top 10 finish. Again, it's the standard of golf in the women's game. I love watching the women's golf because it's just, I know this is a bit of a trigger for most people to say this kind of thing, but it is more relatable for me to watch. Yeah. Because I don't hit it as far, I know they're better at all this kind of stuff, but the distances when they're saying, oh, they've got 155 yards in and they're taking a 7-iron, it's more understandable.
They're better at every aspect of the game than we will ever be. Yeah. But when it comes to the yardages and things like that, it's more in theory. The kind of 10-ish handicapper male golfer can relate a little bit more to hitting your 8-iron 160 instead of hitting your 8-iron 200. Yeah.
It's still not relatable for me.
What club's a 160 club?
Oh, driver these days,
But the short game as well, like that's obviously as well. Like their putting is insane.
So good. That's so good. They're just ridiculous.
But it was a shame. Obviously, wanted Charlie to win. I'm sure a lot of people watching at home wanted Charlie to win as well.
Yeah. She'll do it. She'll do it.
Hopefully, yeah.
She'll do it next year. All 4 majors.
It's amazing as well, like how strong the Asian women's game is as well now, because like that's the second Japanese winner of a major this year, and they're always up in contention. And even throughout history as well, like just the Asian demographic has just like dominated a lot of the time with the women's game, and it's almost weird that hasn't quite come across in the men's game.
No, it's interesting as well. I think it was when did Hanako and Hanako Shibuna, I think, was it 2019?
Yes.
Was it later than that?
Maybe a bit later.
But I remember when she like came onto the scene, and like I admit that I'm like a relatively casual golf fan. She came along, never heard of her. Not on a leaderboard, never heard of her. And then she crops up, plays all of her golf on the Japanese tour, and wins. Gets crowned the smiling Cinderella because of the way that she reacted with the fans, and she had a great time and like basically won everyone over. And then was asked by a translator, you know, like, would you be interested now to come over to the LPGA because we'd like to see you a lot more? And she's like, no thanks, I'm happy. And I think it took her until, you know, a few years until eventually she would play like a full complement on the LPGA tour. But it's just a sign of, no, I think there's pretty good, you know, competitive golf in Japan, and we're being rewarded quite well, you know, relative to women's golf paychecks as well. Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see if, you know, there's a bit of a sway that way. I mean, I think there was at least at one point where the top 6 like had a Japanese flag next to them.
Yeah.
Wow, it's absolutely fascinating, which is exactly what you'd expect with the US on the men's side.
Yeah, I was going to say that for a long time it's always been the US players up the top of the men's game. So yeah, it's an interesting, like they just seem to, you know, players from that area of the world just seem to dominate the women's game. So
I think the women's side of it as well is excellent at generating new people and new talents and new names all the time, and there's always someone different at the top of the leaderboard. Like the breadth and the depth of the fields and the quality is shown through that. I can't remember the exact numbers, but at the end of when Yamashita won, I think it was like out of the last 39 majors or something in the women's game, there's been like 35 winners for the first time or something. Like we're talking about, when I do the stats for the men's game and saying like they have to be in the top 20, and they've probably won a major before, or they've finished in the top 5 before, or whatever it might be.
None of that applies.
I imagine if I did this for any of the women's majors, it would be completely thrown out. You can even pick, which is exciting because you go into watching every one of them. You don't know how it's going to go.
I think it needs like a big star to come in and win like a handful. Like I thought that we probably had that with Nelly for a good long while, and you know we see it with every sport, every game. It is good to have a person that a casual fan can like identify with week in, week out. Yeah, you know, like. Even if they're not winning, they're probably going to be contending. It just doesn't really feel like we've had anyone like that. I mean, like Nelly was close. I remember Arya Jatanagan had like a really good 2018 or something, which was a long.
And you're like, oh, here we go. Oh,
it's like, oh, okay, and then like she falls off again. But I don't know. I don't feel like I just about remember some Annika Sorenstam, but that like
Inbee Park kind of time as well, and
oh yeah, that's true.
But you know, but maybe that's just a kind of modernized version of how we look at it now because of Scheffler. In that, like,
someone has to win all the events.
Like we had Tiger, and then sort of he fell off, and then there was a period where obviously like Rory was there, and Brooks was winning, and Dustin Johnson, and Spieth, and all these kind of. But it never was the Scotty echelon of they're going to turn up. If he's teeing the ball up this week, he's going to win.
We're battling for second,
and it's actually kind of I quite enjoy the fact that you can just go and turn the telly on for the women's golf, and it might be someone different.
Yeah.
Scotty Scheffler didn't make the cut this year. Oh, great, cool.
Yeah,
no,
perfect.
He's won again.
Do you know what? More people would watch it, unfortunately for him. Now, let's talk about a little bit of what we've been seeing on the internet before we close out. Oh, we've done so well, team. If we could do a 3-way high five, I would do it. Did you see... We're at 55 minutes.
What are we? Okay.
David missed. Welcome to This Week on Social with the Rough Cut Golf Podcast. Did you see Trump's caddy?
I did, yeah.
Which one?
Well, any of them.
So were they both his?
Well, I think they're course caddies for a course that he owns.
Yeah.
So it is in their interest for him to shoot low.
Yep.
Probably means a good tip. They have probably been told these are the things that are expected of you. If Mr. Trump's ball goes somewhere where it shouldn't go, one of these identical ones from your pocket should appear in the rough nearby. If it's a blind tee shot and it doesn't go particularly well for him, don't worry. Drop one in the fairway.
So you've seen that one, which is the two guys in the red bibs, and the one of them chucks it out.
Yeah.
There's another one.
Oh, really?
Have you not seen the other one?
No.
So this is at a different course at a competition. It was the club championship.
Of course it was.
That he won.
Of course he did.
The White House was very pleased to tell us all that. And there's a clip of his caddy just dropping a ball on the green, to which then Trump kind of, with his putter, just sort of controls and moves around and looks like he's trying to basically roll it and push it into the hole, but doesn't, and then sort of like tries to scoop it back and sort of gives up. So I don't know what he was trying to do / what was going on, but the caddy has the ball, just chucks it on the green, and then he just like moves it around towards the hole.
Yeah.
It's not a great look.
It's not a good look.
Now, I was going to give him the benefit of the doubt, because if you start the video, it looks like the caddy has cleaned his ball, and then maybe just because he doesn't want to give the ball and then Trump has to put it down on the ground, he just puts it on the ground and then Trump would move it to put it. But then he starts like rolling it around on the green and doing all this.
Is there a marker on the ground?
I don't know. You can't really, but it's
yeah.
It's not great.
Yeah.
It's not great. But I feel like this isn't really probably information people didn't expect. It's just like it's evidence now of something we probably thought was true.
There's two sides of this. One side is like the golfer, the other side is the caddy. And as someone who has been, albeit briefly, on that side of things, sometimes you do just want the round to be over. It's like, here we go, I found it. Yeah. It's in a great lie. I'm not saying that I ever did that.
No.
You would never, David.
Never do that, no.
Did you ever caddy for someone who was using an 18-inch putter?
No,
because that was on social this week as well, which I was like, what on earth is going on? Now that's another video where, if you've seen it, there's a guy playing on the PGA Championship of Canada and the putter is 18 inches, which is the minimum of what you're allowed. And this bloke is probably about 6 foot something. Like he's got a lot of height to him, and he is crouched over like Quasimodo, trying to putt on these greens. And you watch the whole video and it's painful. It's unbelievable. So I don't know if you've seen the whole thing, because that video is just him holding the putt. If you watch his whole process, it's unbearable. Have you seen it?
No.
So if
it's going to be here, so watch it.
If you haven't seen it, just watch it through. So he stands over the ball and his caddy is holding another club, and it looks like the driver or 3-wood or something. And he stands and he puts his head he puts the tip of the grip on his forehead, and he holds it and he almost kind of like counterbalances it. So if he's on a bit of a slope, it will kind of move one way or the other. Mm-hmm. So he can kind of work out the thing. So he stood doing that and he goes down the line and he's still doing it. Then he swaps over, gets his tiny little putter, goes over to it. He's there, lines it up, pulls off it, gets his thing back again, does the driver thing again. He then throws the driver back to his caddy. He just throws it on the floor. And he does hole it. So it did work. It does hole it, but it is, you can see his playing partners in the background just like, oh my God.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
We're in for a 6.5 rounder today.
I like a fast round of golf. I don't judge the quality of the round of golf on how quick it was, but I like to play relatively quickly. If you come off your putt because you don't think the line is right and we're not playing for money, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Okay. Just adjust your feet and hit it where you think. Like, no one cares.
No, because that's the thing you do when you like line the ball up and you're like, I know this isn't right, but I'm still going to hit it anyway.
Yeah, but if you've lined it up and you're standing over it and you know that, right? You've either commit to your line, which is good for your brain, or adjust it, forget the line, and play it in a natural way where you want it to go, which is good for your feel. Yeah. Right? Do not, in a non-competition setting, step off your putt and redo your process. I don't mind if you step off and like adjust the ball slightly, fine. But don't then mark the ball again, read the line, and
going through the whole thing.
Yeah, that is ridiculous. If there's no money on the line, just get on with it. I'm going to give you it anyway. You can have it. You can have it.
Yeah.
It's 20 feet. I don't care. You can have it. I don't want to wait. Get on with it.
Mick, you get older every time I see you.
He does get older.
You are such a grumpy old, like, stuck-up British golf club member.
That's what it is. You just become a member, isn't it? And you adopted the...
I have. And I
love it.
Yes, I do love it. And I will continue
You found your calling.
Yeah, I would rue my dad for saying all of these things. Oh, bloody hell, there's a group in front of us. You won't believe it. Group of 3. One of them was playing 2
Quiet,
balls.
Dad, it's fine. Just let him do what they want. Now you're like, you're with him.
Hurry up. Oh, God, yeah. I listen, I will not apologise. Just, it doesn't matter. Does it matter? You on tour? No?
I'm trying to be.
Get on with it. It's not going to work. Someone who is on the tour and who is a gold jacket winner,
Yeah.
Mr. Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, he's come out of retirement, hasn't he?
He has, but to collect the cash grab. Have you seen it?
I have seen it, yeah.
Okay, I haven't seen it and I refuse to see it. Tell me what it's like and tell me what it's about.
So, if you weren't all aware, Happy Gilmore 2 came out on Netflix last Friday, was it, maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
It's been out for almost a week now. Mick's decided he's not going to watch it because he believes that it is a money grab, which, if you've watched the film, it kind of is. I've got two opinions on it, okay? I sat down and I watched it with my housemate, and we laughed a lot. I thought, but because it was just so surreal and weird seeing Scotty Scheffler and Rory and Bryson like be part of this film and be like part in, kind of integral at some points to the thing. And some of the things they did was quite funny, and it was a real kind of nostalgia hit all in one go that was like, oh my God, do you remember that? But then I came away from it and I let the kind of dust settle of my, oh my God, that was amazing. I loved it. Every second of it was great. And I took a step back and realised how crap it was. And do you know what? I don't know if everyone else has the same kind of like opinion on it. And if you haven't watched it or not, I don't want to give too much away if you haven't, because it's not been out super long. But essentially, the premise of it is that there is a rival tour that comes along, and the tour that Happy plays on with Rory and all this lot have to then compete against the other tour, which in another way, I thought it was quite funny that Bubba, Bryson and Brooks were in this, and they were like, yeah, let's do that, despite that they were all part of this real life breakaway tour that as soon as they bought this, I think it was called the Maxi League, I think it was.
Yeah.
As soon as they bought that in and that part started, I was gone. That was it. All of the build-up, where they kept it like normal golf and it was all fine, I was all in. And I actually would have probably quite enjoyed it and said it was a decent film. As soon as they bought in this maxi golf stuff, that lost me. I lost the enjoyment for it. So all I would say is if you enjoyed the first one, don't think of it as I don't want to watch this because it's going to tarnish. Because I don't think it does tarnish, because I think it's just literally... Happy Gilmore and Happy Gilmore 2 are just different things. Happy Gilmore's a proper film with a good story, good acting, and very, touches your heart. It's a great film. Happy Gilmore 2 is just appearance after appearance after cameo, one-liner, this, that, and then it ends.
74 cameos.
And you go, that was a fever dream. What have I just watched? Actually, it was quite crap, but it was, for the first time viewing, it was, at times, it was just funny. It was just weird seeing Faldo and doing this. And as a golf fan, it just like touched me in a way that I was just like, I'm enjoying this. But when you come away from it, I'm like, that sucked. And that's okay. You know what? That's okay. I'm not a film critic. I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to film. I've seen too many film critics doing this. It's the worst film ever. It might be, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
David, was Cameron Young in it?
No, he was not. No.
Did you like it? Sorry, I've gone on a...
No. We'll have to time that, but that was long.
I've gone on a...
No, that's fine. That's a clip. That's absolutely fine right there. I mean, I basically mirror exactly what you're saying. I think the only kind of it's not saving grace, but the only kind of excuse I'd give it is apparently they were going to bring Chubbs back.
Yeah.
But then Carl Weathers unfortunately passed away, just ahead of production. So they had to rewrite the whole thing. I have to imagine the plot would have been vastly different.
Yeah.
And probably would have existed, if they'd gone with that original one. But I have heard it described as a series of TikToks.
Yes.
Stapled together,
yes,
with lots of different cameos in it,
yes.
And I think if you think of it that way, if you think of it as a social media led, like, what if we tried to recreate, like, what if Happy Gilmore 2, and then just kind of throwing it in like that, probably makes a bit more sense.
That's absolutely it. Yeah. It's just lots of clips put together to make a film.
Yeah, they're just farming for clips.
And there's some clips which, in the first watch and the first enjoyment of it, it's really great and it's fun. But then I don't need to see it again. I've done it.
Oh, you gone see it again?
I've seen Will Zalatoris pretending or being the caddy, but grown up, and a couple of lines, which was one of the most wooden performances I think I've ever watched, which is unsurprising for Will Zalatoris.
What I would say, Mick, is you need to see it, because this is probably in a year when Rory McIlroy has won the career Grand Slam. This is one of the most significant golfing moments of the year.
Yeah, I just don't think I'm going to do it. I haven't seen Anchorman 2, because Anchorman was a cult classic.
Have you seen The Godfather 2?
Yes, because it's a trilogy, David.
Yeah, but you didn't know it was going to be a trilogy.
Yes, I did.
So we need to have a third one, is what you're saying.
Right, so a third Happy Gilmore you're in.
No, because the story should have ended.
Did you watch Toy Story 2?
I did. I watched all of them because they were excellent.
But how do you might love it. I might be slating on it, and you might watch it and you might love it.
Absolutely not.
I've seen so many people say better than the original.
No, you have not.
I have.
You have not. What a lie.
Is that because I still have an account on X?
Got you. Yeah.
How will you know why Rory won Best Supporting Actor if you've not seen his performance?
He won't win that because he is a worse actor than Will Zalatoris.
Well, how do you know that then? And how can you make an informed decision without looking at it properly?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're quite right. You know what? I'm going to keep my opinion to myself on that one because I'm never going to watch it.
Yes, but you are on a golf podcast where it is literally your job to give an opinion.
It's not a golf film.
Of course it is. This is probably more golf film than Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, it has the politics.
It's more golf.
Happy Gilmore is also not a golf film.
What do you mean?
Happy Gilmore is a beautiful story.
Yeah.
Right? This one is not.
How do you know? You've not watched it?
Because it's not.
But it's told through the medium of golf.
Yeah.
As is this one. I would say it's told badly.
Okay, good.
But it's still, again, significant. I think you should see it.
Nah, not gonna. Don't wanna.
Okay.
Don't wanna.
Well, then that's probably all we've got time for, / all we've got to say this week, I think.
We had no Peter Finch.
We had no Peter Finch. And you know what? I'd love to sit here and go, he's going to be here next week. He probably won't be because he's in America. But we will see if we can get him to pop on or something or do a little call and catch up with him how it's going.
To get him on the...
Yeah.
Put him on the screen.
I don't actually... Next week we...
No one's here.
No, you're here, aren't you?
Oh, great.
Aren't you?
No, I'm in Portugal.
Is that next week?
I'm playing golf. I'm going to be so warm and so golfing next week.
Is that actually next week?
Literally flying on Sunday.
Oh, right.
Next week, you're off.
Yeah.
I'm in Portugal. Pete's in Missouri. And Kieran's working from home.
Oh, great.
So David is going to do the podcast.
David's a solo episode with David next week.
Maybe we'll film something later on in the week.
We'll probably...
Well, tell you what, if you made it this far,
but I'm not
why don't you fire some suggestions and questions into the chat right now? And who knows, maybe that's exactly what this next episode is going to be about.
Yeah,
or if you want me to just sit here and talk about Happy Gilmore 2 for an hour, I'm happy to do that.
Happy.
I'm happy Gilmore to do that. Happy. Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Shall we go back and do our jobs now?
Yes. Let's do that.
Is it raining?
Let's go and make a really good sequel of Pete playing a golf course.
God's sake.
Right. See you in the next one, guys.
Thanks, guys.